That's right, Led Zeppelin fans. This is Eric Andreas and Choopy, the Led Zeppelin loving cat, to teach you how to play Kashmir. What is going on with this song, right? It's just absolutely magical. It's always reminded me of James Bond as a kid. Do you know why? I'm asking you, do you know why? Because I don't know why. It has nothing to do with James Bond, but it just has that epic sound with the strings and all the rest, and it's just, oh, it's just magical. It's larger than life, okay? And so, this is part one of a two-part series where I'm going to show you the main lick, okay? In video 2, I'll show you licks 2 and 3. That's the, all that good stuff, okay? So, we're going to be playing this in the original tuning that Jimmy Page did, okay? Now, for the first lick, for lick 1, you don't actually have to change your guitar tuning. So for those of you that want to just know lick 1, you don't have to change your guitar tuning because we'll only, well, I take that back. We will have one little alteration here, but you don't have to change but one string and then, okay? And even then, you don't have to. I can show you a little workaround, okay? So here's the deal. And in fact, okay, so here we go. Let me just tell you what the tuning is. It's dadgad. That's what we call dadgad. It's a type of tuning. It's a type of D tuning where D is the main string that we'll be using. And so it's tuned like this: D, A, D, hence dad. And gad is G-A-D, dadgad, okay? That's where that comes from. And so basically your A and your D string are the same, and your G. So strings 5, 4, and 3 stay the same, and 6, 2, and 1 actually change tunings, okay? Now, for this particular lick, for lick 1, the only thing you really have to do is tune your D string down one whole step, okay? So, for this lesson, just do that, pause this video, and tune this down one whole step. If you want to go the whole way, and you're going to do part 2 as well, then tune the E down to D, tune the high E down to D, and tune your B string to A, okay? So you'll want to tune it down one whole step. So basically, strings 6, 2, and 1 go down one whole step. That creates a dadgad tuning, okay? Again, for this lick, we can either not do it or just tune the low D, the low E string down to a D if you want to throw that you want to throw that little note in there, which really makes it sound pretty cool. Otherwise, you're going to have, it's going to sound like this. Sounds cool to go. Throw that in there, right? Okay. Throw that low D in there. It's going to sound really cool. Tune it down. If you have problems with that, get a tuner out or go to YourGuitarSage.com. Link is below, and I have a tuner there where you can tune online. How about that? Okay, so here we go. So here's the basic lick. What I want you to do is I want you to keep a couple things in mind. Every time that we change the chord, except for at the end of the lick, we're going to throw in a low D string. Okay? Yeah, so every time you're going to change chords, you're going to throw that low D in there, except for at the end of the lick. And the end of the lick repeats itself. The whole lick repeats itself. So, again, cat. And so here's the other thing I want you to remember. This note right here, which is the 5th string, the 5th fret of the A string, So 5th fret of the 5th string. That note is going to be played for every chord. Okay? I'm trying to tell you this ahead of time because it's really going to help with you understanding this and memorizing this. So for every chord, you're going to have some finger that plays that note. Here's another little tidbit. This is going to be the walk up. So we're on the G string here. Stop snickering. This is the G string. And, but of course we have it tuned to G because it's dadgad, so it's still a G. So, but the melody line is going to walk up 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Dadgone it, who could that be? Oh my gosh. It's Robert Bland. Hey Robert, I'm in the middle of teaching Kashmir right now. Yeah, okay. All right. See you later? Okay, good. All right, talk to you later. Okay, bye-bye. Robert, sorry. Yes, so as I was saying, the melody line is going to be this. Really important to know. It's going to help you to think about this lick. Okay, so with that being said, this note's being held the whole time. We said that, the 5th fret of the 5th string, right? And then we got this melody going up the whole time. So however you finger this is up to you. I'm going to show you my suggestion, but I suggest you put your pinky on that D up there and then walk the melody line like this. So actually I had the D was played by different fingers each time. Okay? So now in regards to this melody, what you want to do is you want to just play strings 5 and 3, or I should say those are the ones that you want to sound. Okay? Those are the strings that you want to sound out. All the other strings must be muted for this to sound right. Okay? And I'll show you a little bit about that. If you don't know anything about muting at all, here on YouTube, type in YourGuitarSage muting, and I have videos to show you how to do that. I have left and right hand videos, so make sure you watch those if you have any issues. But let's forget about the low D for right now, and let's just do the melody. So, first finger's on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Pinky is on the 5th fret of the 5th string. And we're going to strum this. Basically, I'm strumming 6 strings, 5, 4, and 3. But I'm letting my pinky mute that 4th string. It should never sound for this lick 1. Never, ever, ever, okay? It's just strings 5 and 3 that should sound for this, okay? And so we'll go like this. Okay? So the way I do this is I bring my thumb over the top to mute at that note, and then my other fingers mute everything else. If you're playing on your fingertips like I teach in my Unstoppable Guitar System course that you can see below for $1, you can get in there and check everything out. I always teach about playing on your fingertips. It's for reasons like this that it's very important to do so. Okay? So we got, now check that out. I can mute, and the only thing I'm getting here is what all my other notes are muted, but strings 5 and 3 are sounding out. So I do this. Now I'm purposely not trying to hit these high strings here, but if I do hit them, they're being muted, so it won't matter. And of course you're hitting it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay? That melody note's coming up, so you could use the same finger. However you want to finger this is up to you. Everybody does it differently. You could use your 2nd finger here. What I like to do is move this up and keep changing fingers here. So I go. Okay? Again. this will sound terrible if you're not doing the muting right, so make sure you watch those other videos, or make sure you walk through the beginners section of Unstoppable Guitar System below. If you don't know these basics, you need to learn them. The only way to get there is to do them, is to practice. No one starts off the guitar good. Not Jimmy Page, not Jimi Hendrix, not Jimmy Vaughan, not Stevie Ray Vaughan, okay? Everybody sucks in the beginning, and then you practice and you get better, and if you practice a bunch, you get to be a superstar, okay? So, that's the formula, okay? So, you want to practice this lick just like this. So here, we're going to jump a whole step. So these are half steps. Okay, now we're going to throw in that low D. So remember, after each chord that we move, we're going to throw in that low D, except for the very last chord. When we come up here, we're going to skip it. It's going to go like this. Move. Move, 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 yes, and we're going to move that time too, but we won't hit the low D after this one. So again. Now, notice that it looks like I'm hitting all my strings when I hit that low D, but I'm actually hitting at an angle, and I'm making it look easy. In the beginning, you're going to have to be real particular. If you're a new guitar player, you're going to have to be real particular in just hitting that low D, but I'm kind of coming at it at an angle, and obviously I've played the song before and played guitar for a bit, so it's going to make it look easier, but in the beginning you're going to have to be more attentive to it, okay? You don't want to do this. It's going to sound bad, okay? So just make sure you kind of, when you're doing this from an angle. Easy enough, right? Okay, that's part one. Part two is going to be in the next video. You can see the links below and around and all that good stuff. If you have any questions about this or any other video that I do, please hit me up here or on Facebook or on Twitter. I'm here to help you. Make sure you go to YourGuitarSage.com, sign up for the free ebook that has all sorts of great stuff in it. In addition to, that'll get you on my email list, and I send you books every time I write and publish a book, which I'm doing often, as well as a ton of other goodies that are kind of just my email folk. I give coupons and all sorts of great stuff that you cannot get anywhere else. So make sure you sign up there if you like the way that I teach. If you don't, hit thumbs up anyhow and subscribe. I'm Eric Andreas. I'm here to help you. Please spay and neuter your animals. And the tip of the day is to watch Food Inc. Watch it, listen to it, abide by it, and live. See ya.